Same side control on me. Okay. When he brings that hand to the near side hip right here, I like to generally keep the palm of my hand on the shoulder, bring his hand inside, and turn a little to the outside. And take a giant step here, hide my elbow underneath, shift my hips forward like this, and line my spine, come this way, shin getting somewhat perpendicular, and my elbow attached. Down. That's all. I'll try and follow you a little bit.
Yeah. Can we yeah.
Okay. Now, how do I hang out that? First of all, let me go back and just describe the details of what I'm doing. All right. So I don't like to come out here with my arm. First of all, if he reaches over, he can capture my arm. So I always like to use the base of my wrist right here on the front of the shoulder. So anytime he reaches, I can swirl. I can swirl my hand underneath like this whenever I need to. This is also going to be a nice little place to push off. So bring this hand inside like this. I got to be able to get the shoulder and turn slightly away. I don't want to be so far turned away so you can start pushing behind my shoulder and rolling me away. Just slightly. So I'm slightly turned away from him. Right, just so I'm not flat on my back and he's not putting pressure directly down on my chest. Alright, so once I'm in here, over here, I'll explain my hands later, but I like to put them like this, post this foot, take a giant step, shift my hips forward as I start to bring this elbow underneath, like this, alright? You don't bring this foot forward like this, the bottom foot, that's why I like it different solo. If I just turn right here, he's going to have this hook to come right underneath me on the near side, he's going to be right tight to my back. So I use this, put this foot out here, balls my feet, shifting my hips forward, so my spine is rotating like a clock, and then I turn towards him, I'm facing him now, and I come up like this. What my hands are doing. So when I come in here, this forearm is outside of this forearm like this. I have this hand back, and I like to also flare my fingers. I don't want him to be able to grab my lapel, so I block it, and I keep my hand back, but I also don't want him grabbing my wrist itself. So I keep my hands back and my fingers out just to give a little bit more extra area. Just like this, okay? My elbow is also tight to my body, but it does the job of blocking the hip from knee on belly as well. Just coming here, I can move that. He can't really grab my lapel and do knee on belly at the same time, so this hand can do a bit of both. This hand is up here to sort of fight this grip right here. I'll always be fending this off, protecting this arm right here. And if I can try and get a grip right here, I'll push it down and put this shin right into his inside of his elbow right here. I'll drive his body down, and I'll get this foot inside his arm. I can even hook like this and work it a little bit better. Push him away. Come back towards the spider guard. If I'm here, I sort of get this, I come in here, and he sort of resists this. He pulls back, he's not going to be able to, he's just pulling his arm away, trying not to let me get that. That creates the extra space. He's pulling back away from me to free this grip. He doesn't want to stay tight to me, he's pulling away from me, he's creating space. So at that point, I can plant my foot right there, get in a position, sort of move my hips, get my elbow underneath me, and rotate.